Bristling in Mad Kim's crosshairs, inside Trump's Air Force and naval bases on Guam, where an awesome arsenal is locked, loaded and ready to launch fire and fury on North Korea. Exclusive first look at Trump's arsenal of ships, plans and weaponry in Guam. Includes F-16 fighter jets lined up along a runway ready to scramble in an instant. Comes as President Trump ratcheted up his rhetoric promising fire and fury. The guns are locked and loaded, the F-16 fighter jets line up along the runway ready to scramble at a moment's notice, and the military, as their motto proudly proclaims, are ready to fight tonight. Yesterday, the Mail on Sunday became the first newspaper to visit both major military bases on Guam, the tiny Pacific island in the crosshairs of the growing crisis between North Korea and the US that could lead to the terrifying prospect of thermonuclear war. In the latest round of a series of escalating and terrifying threats, North Korean tyrant Kim Jong-un's Stalinist regime has vowed to fire 4 ballistic missiles at the island. As President Trump ratcheted up his bellicose rhetoric, promising fire and fury like the world has never seen, the 7,000 U.S. military personnel on the island calmly prepared for battle. "We are constantly in a high state of readiness," said military spokesman Greg Kuntz. "The systems are here, we are in place, and we are ready to go." The Mail on Sunday visited Naval Base Guam and Anderson Air Force Base on the U.S. territory and vital strategic outpost, population 162,000, just 2,000 miles from the North Korean capital, Pyongyang, from where Jong-un has threatened to launch his weapons, possibly as early as next week, to create a historic enveloping fire around the tropical isle. "We witnessed firsthand the extraordinary, multi-billion-pound military might the world's greatest superpower has amassed on Guam. They include £1.7 billion nuclear-powered attack submarines, B-1B Lancer bombers capable of obliterating North Korea's underground missile bunkers, littoral combat ships designed for a sea-to-land invasion, and the biggest weapons cache in the Pacific, 7,500 tons of explosives and munitions, stored in dozens of igloo-shaped reinforced concrete bunkers. The collection of firepower nestling under swaying palm trees and languishing in crystal-clear tropical waters was a breathtaking, if surreal, sight." Naval Base Guam is a 15-minute drive from the tourist center of Tumon, a bustling area filled with shops selling trinkets emblazoned with the stars and stripes and Guam's motto, "Where America's Day Begins." Because of its geographical location, Guam is the first U.S. land mass to see sunrise. Guam became a U.S. territory in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. Residents do not pay American taxes or vote in presidential elections but are U.S. citizens by birth. The moist tropical air is thick and causes everyone, especially those in uniform, to sweat profusely within seconds of leaving an air-conditioned car or building. At Shamrock's Irish Bar, manager and former soldier Sean Hale, 37, whose mother is from Tipperary, said business has slumped since the crisis escalated in recent days. He said, "Normally we're packed on Friday and Saturday nights, but it's dead this week. The guys are staying on base. They are not drinking. They are hanging in their dorms, going to the gym. They know they have to be ready to go at a moment's notice." Driving past postcard-perfect beaches filled with tourists, mostly from South Korea and Japan, stray chickens run along the grass verges outside ubiquitous American staples like McDonald's and KFC. The views of the Pacific, azure blue and dotted with surfers and snorkelers, give way to military signs touting Marine Drive before you reach the stone-arched gateway to the naval base. Inside lies a sprawling collection of buildings and jetties around Ypres Harbor, home to the elite Naval Special Warfare Unit 1 and Submarine Squadron 15 and the U.S. Coast Guard. 2 of the 4 688 class SSN submarines based at the station are tied up in the harbor. Alongside is the USS Emory S. Land, a submarine tender and support vessel whose claim to fame is that it featured prominently in best-selling U.S. author Don Brown's 2012 thriller Fire of the Raging Dragon about a fictional future war in the South China Sea. The USS Coronado has just arrived in port. She is an Independence-class littoral combat ship, designed for speed around a trimaran hull and built to allow Marines rapid access in shallow coastal waters, like those around the Korean peninsula. 30 miles away, at the northern tip of Guam, is Andersen Air Force Base. It is here that any attack on North Korea would begin. Last month, after North Korea launched its latest ballistic missile test, 2 B-1B Lancers left Andersen and flew over the Korean peninsula in a show of force.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.